Fortnite Competitive just made one of the biggest announcements they've ever made. They have now confirmed we are getting FNCS and massive international LAN tournaments for the next 4 years. If there was any concern that Fortnite was going to give up on competitive or competitives dying, that has very much put this to rest. So the company Epic Games has been working with for years now to put on Fortnite's tournaments Blast. They just announced they've signed a 4-year deal with Epic Games. They are going to be continuing the Fortnite broadcast, but not only that, they are also taking over the Rocket League broadcast, which I'll get to in a little bit, but they're now getting more control over how they run the broadcast. And for the first time in Fortnite history, we could potentially see sponsors on the broadcast. And this is a big deal because this means the broadcast is now even more important to Epic Games. They are directly making money from the broadcast and how many viewers it gets and how much attention it gets. And usually the easiest way to bring more attention to a broadcast is to put even more money into the tournament. This could see a massive increase in prize pools for these tournaments to get more eyes on it because now it's more sustainable. Rather than it just being Fortnite Games' money where they hope that people watching are then going to play Fortnite and buy skins and make the money back, now they have a direct way to make money from Fortnite Competitive and especially the broadcast and how many people watch it. This is massive. Not only that, it's just awesome to see they're partnering with Blast again. I feel like when Blast came along, that is when the broadcast really did go to the next level, and it's why the Fortnite broadcast has been so well received in recent times. Now, Blast obviously administers a lot of the tournaments as well. There was quite a lot of drama at Copenhagen, however you fall on that with players getting disqualified and kicked out, whatever. It is the same company that's running it. So obviously, Epic Games stands by how Blast handled that situation, which could be interesting for players who were disqualified from that tournament like Bucky going forward. I don't think there was anything said about whether they were or weren't going to be able to play tournaments going ahead that they run, but Blast is now very closely working with Fortnite. They have now added another game. They trust Blast enough where they're handing them the reins to run the Rocket League broadcast. And in my opinion, the Rocket League broadcast is the best broadcast in esports. All of the talent they have are amazing. They're all super passionate, work really well together. I love their guidelines around letting them kind of have, you know, their favorites. They have favorite teams, favorite players. They're allowed to banter. Like, they get a lot more freedom, and the players and the casters are just amazing at their job. So I'm interested to see how that will affect the Rocket League broadcast. But as far as in the Fortnite side of things are looking very good. It is worth noting it doesn't mean it's guaranteed to just be FNCS or it's going to be like the format we've seen where it's multiple FNCSs then qualify for the LAN event. It could even switch up and it might not even be builds. They could run a no build FNCS if they wanted to. I don't think they will, but it's worth pointing out we haven't got exact confirmations of how they're going to run the tournaments or what they plan on making the broadcast on. A lot of us are just assuming that numbers are up right now. What they've been doing is working really well, enough so they're re-signing a 4-year deal, which is huge in esports. We just assume they're going to keep running it the way it is, but I wanted to point out there is nothing in the actual blog post they've made that says how they're going to run the Fortnite tournaments, except for the fact they are now allowing sponsors. If you are still confused on what's going on with FNCS, I made an entire video talking about all the stuff going on in competitive right now. You can go check that out, but we are expecting an announcement on FNCS in the next week or so. Last year, they announced it on January 11th. We are now January 5th, so I'm guessing we're going to get news very soon about what's happening with FNCS. They have called it Major 1 though, which means I think we are going to see a very similar format to last year where we have multiple majors then qualify you to the big LAN event. In case you don't follow a lot of esports or how these kind of contracts work, 4 years is basically like the longest amount of time you can expect one of these contracts to last. This shows insane confidence, not only from Fortnite in Blast, but Fortnite in their own game competitively. If they now decide to stop running major tournaments, they still have to honor this contract. I'm imagining they can't just pull out of it. As far as esports goes, most, tournament broadcasters and organizers usually get signed either by tournament or at most like a year or two contract. 4 years is insanely long and really should make you feel good as a competitive Fortnite fan. If you enjoy competitive Fortnite, if you love this game, you should feel very comfortable that Epic Games is seeing that and the fact that they care just as much as well. Fortnite is clearly still a massive priority for them.